Well, welcome to another episode of Rim Shots with Sean right here on the Rock Rage Radio Network. And I'm here with Matt Riddell from Dead Empire. And this is a little bit of I want to thank you, Matt, first off, because you're in New Zealand and you came in to pitch hit for one of the curtain call artists that couldn't make it. So thank you first for that.
No worries.
So it's 5 a.m. over there. If anybody knows, that's early, man. Nobody likes to get up that early. So right out of the gates, tell us about your band. I saw the presser. Brian sent me some info, but just tell us about Dead Empire.
Okay. Well, Dead Empire is a four-piece alternative rock or genre fluid band from little old country New Zealand. Been together about just over 4 years. And we thoroughly enjoy fucking around and melting faces.
There you go. And so 4 years, I guess the first thing is I always like to ask people when I interview somebody that's in a scene that I'm not in, what is your scene like there?
Well, New Zealand being so small, it is a small scene of sorts. So there's a lot of driving. But no, it's good. It's always taken warmly, and it's always fun to get out there. So
right on. So how many shows would you guys play, you know, in the run of a month or whatnot? Is there enough for you guys to play every week, or does it every, you know, few weeks, or how does that work?
it all varies really. Like last year we did 32 shows in 10 months. And this year we've gone pretty quiet. Concentrating on album recording and a few other bits and pieces. We're on show 9 of this year.
So, right on. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Well, the show's in a second, but so you've been on Curtain Call Records how
long? Just shy of a year.
And I'm told by Brian you were his first signing. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, there you go. No pressure. No pressure. No, he was pretty proud to tell me that that your band was his first signing. He kind of gave me a little bit of some background. You guys did tell me that you were, kind of putting the finishing touches on some tunes. What can people expect from, you know, the material that they're going to hear?
Nothing like we've already put out. But each song is vastly different. Yeah.
How so?
We like to think we don't sit into a genre pocket. So you know, normally with most bands they find a writing style and stick with it. We don't.
Right. So you guys are a little more experimental, I guess, in what you do. You kind of let the music dictate where you go, as opposed to sitting down and trying to find a path. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Like one of the EPs that we're trying to carve at the moment. Like we're trying to get a lot of recordings done, but this one EP that I've got in my head will be like the 5 stages of grief. So there's a song for denial, a song for anger, a song for bargaining, a song for acceptance, and a song for depression. And each one is far and from anywhere like the emotion, but it is the emotion, if that makes sense.
That's interesting. So how would one come up with a concept like that? Is that from personal experience? Is that something that you've kind of seen around you? Because I mean, it's a great concept. It's a little heady. Not everybody would kind of come up with that. You know, and I'm going to assume that, you know, lyrically there's a lot involved in it. So how would you arrive to come up with something like that?
Well, we've all been through grief at some point, stage or the other. And honestly, our guitarist recently lost his old man, and
Okay.
I wanted him to try and channel something into something like when he's in an emotion, or when he's at a stage, he can create some weird, wonderful, and very dark shit. And yeah, that just kind of, you can kind of put your emotion into something and then everyone else can feel it. So it's more like fuel for the fire. But when we've said the same thing to Kana Singer, the lyrics have gone a different way. So you can kind of, if you know what you're listening to, you can take it from one perspective, but nobody ever follows the same journey through a song. So, yeah, trying to get a lot of hidden messages and meanings in behind stuff whilst, yeah, keeping it raw.
So I don't expect you to speak for him, but I mean, would that be sort of, I guess, therapeutic, or has he mentioned that maybe it's therapeutic based upon what he's going through, or have you guys even delved into that?
Fuck yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
There has been a couple of you get a couple of shows, you're getting into it, and you get the odd welling up. Like you play with emotion, you play with intention. So
Right.
when you're giving your art and that kind of stuff, it's, you want to be able to feel your own music and get into it. If you can't get into your own shit, then why are you doing it? Like,
Yeah, that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. So in terms of, you said 32 shows last year, about 9 this year. Have you noticed, has it done anything to your fan base, either good or bad, playing less shows than the year before?
No, because there's an 8-hour drive. We can drive from one coast to the other. So New Zealand is tiny. You can fit. Yeah, it's not like the States where you can go town to town to town to town to town and still not be across two continents, two counties. It's, yeah, New Zealand is small. So like our next biggest city is a 2-hour drive. The next one after that, it's another 2-hour drive, and you're pretty much across the whole country. So, you could tour the whole country in 5 days, really. You can get all the major spots.
Come to Canada, man, where we could be anywhere from 5 to 10 hours between venues, depending upon how you're doing it. I mean, the geography, and that's part of the reason why. I mean, North America, sure, but Canada is such a hard country to tour, just because of the geographic challenges that are here, and then there's weather and all kinds of other things. So, do you guys? So this is going to go out on Curtain Call. One of the things that I like about Curtain Call Records, and I deal with them quite a bit, is the work that they do to try to help their artists get on, shows and festivals and those types of things. Is that maybe a goal for you guys once this project comes out?
I think the plan for us is, apparently we're going to be heading the States in March, if we can get all the ducks in a row and organize it. So we'll disappear for a month and go and do a tiki tour of the States. It would be great. Expensive for us, but yeah, great.
Yeah. Well, and it is neat to hit other markets, especially if you can get some shows where you can see a lot of people in a short period of time. And the U.S. audiences are quite well. The reaction's great. They're everything about them is fun. So that'd be great for you guys. Last question here, sir, because I know you get some stuff there before you get on to doing other things in the day. So my viewers, where are they going to find out more about you guys? How do they find your tunes? How do they find out about the band? All that stuff.
Well, until I get off my fat ass and finish making our website, if you punch into Google deadempire.nz or Dead Empire New Zealand, you will find us on iTunes, Spotify, all major streaming platforms, Facebook, Instagram, potentially even Bandcamp if I've still got that set up. We are, everywhere.
Well, Matt, I want to thank you for doing this, man, because time constraints can always be they can be a challenge. You said it's about 5:30. It's about 2 p.m. where I am. You're actually a full day ahead of me, which is let me know what happens in the future. I'm not even kidding, because that's kind of where we're at. But I want to thank you so much for doing this, man.
The winning lotto numbers are 7.
Yeah, no, man. There you go. Thanks. We'll do that when we hit stop. Matt, thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Back Rock Rage Radio after this.